Good afternoon and welcome into the SPL Week 6, day number 2. Finch here, joined by Gore Miser. And Gore, the SPL, I know we're all kind of stuck at home and everything like that, but we've been having a lot of fun here at the SPL these last few weeks. Hopefully, you've been enjoying it as much as I have.
I mean, they've gifted us pretty much exactly what you would want, right? A super competitive league, and well, at least 7 teams that are really vying for these top spots. And while we started to see a little bit of a trend, like 3 teams kind of gravitating towards the top, they could still lose to anybody else in the league, especially with some of the changes that have been coming into it. It's nothing but interesting, so it's making sure it keeps us all happy and occupied.
Leaning towards Sanguine, hey, based on the records, that's not a bad idea there, Gore. Game 1 for the new look Obey about to start.
And so far, Obey hasn't taken the bait, but they're not pulling any leads themselves either.
Well, it's Rongyu who's sort of spearheading the pressure, trying to one-man tower dive down onto Wolfie. Are you kidding me? That's the easiest solo kill of Wolfie's life. Rongyu dashes in, the support wasn't there, and it's the mid laner for Obey that swings first. On kind of where Obey stand, if there are some improvements moving forward.
Already I'm seeing blanket improvement by Obey purely on their ability to respond to the aggressive play from Sanguine. And this Gold Fury call, I already know who said it first, it's Cyno.
And Cyno dunks down in the back line of Sanguine. Wow, he will take the first blood onto Rongyu. Horus deleted. Shinto, half of his health bar is missing as well. Gold Fury down to half HP. Still a Searing Pain, could fly through, but Ducky will try to zone that one out, and Obey Alliance will take a kill and a Gold Fury. They'll bump that lead onto their side about 1K.
Inbound already has the item online to get the defense rolling for him. He's got this Thebe stacked up. He's got the Sovereignty as well. 4 Fizz stack from Sanguine means that he's going to be an incredibly potent frontliner.
Oh, Cyno has found a nice gank near the tier 1 tower in the mid lane. Wolfie will bang the Taiko drums and has to Thunder Crash his way out. Yarkor rotating in from the backside. Ducky's here as well, but Panatom will find the first kill in this engagement over onto inbound. Cyno returns the favor, though. A 1-for-1 trade as Wowie is now regressed upon by Yarkor, but the disengage is just enough. Right back under the tower they go. Wolfie stunned down and Netrioid benefits. Rongyu tanking up the tower. Shinto is low, and Ducky has found himself a kill on the back end of a good rotation. It's a 2-for-2 trade, but Sanguine, they have the map pressure, and they might have the momentum.
This is the weird stuff that I get excited about as a chair, too. We saw Rongyu hold off on using his slow for the longest there. He didn't want to proc Cyno's Wingblade and give his team the chance to catch up.
Big fight here, Mifflin. Cyno right back through. So many members of Sanguine are slowed down, and Rongyu will have to burn the dash to get away. But the barrels swing on through from Wolfie, and that's a double for the Obey mid laner. Ducky has dropped down Panatom as well. Who's got the 5v5? Obey have it right now as Yarkor will find a great stun, but a 3-piece from Wolfie will put 4 members down from Sanguine, and Obey have found their team fight. Rotating off to the opposite side. Tower chipped away. You'll need one more minion wave to crash in. No other lanes really pressured out on the map, so it's left lane or bust. Inbound has moved himself in and disarmed a couple. Ducky and Cyno, they follow up, and that's a big Sentinel of Zeus that crashes down. Netrioid is so low, and Wolfie, he'll finish him off. Yarkor takes a seat as well. 3 members left of Sanguine. Mifflin, this is the team fight Obey have been looking for. They might be able to end the game as well.
They just get a little bit overzealous on trying to attempt to defend a tier 2 tower. That's not worth your lives. Now 2 members dead on the side of Sanguine for 40 full seconds, and Obey are going for the end.
Here we go. Titan started up by Sanguine. In goes Panatom and Rongyu, but I don't think it's enough, Mifflin. Panatom is half HP. Rongyu is stunned down and taken down. Ducky rips through on a killing spree, and Panatom and Shinto will do their best to survive. It's not gonna matter. Cyno, welcome back to the SPL. Obey will find their first game win.
This is my first time getting to say this. Obey has someone else's back against the wall here as we head into game number 2.
In general, I wouldn't say so, but for this set in particular, let's take a peek at exactly what those long lanes are. You've got a Fafnir and a Hachiman, but maybe we hold that thought as Wolfie jumps in and finds that ultimate.
Rongyu is first blood in game 1. Will he be first blood in game 2? Yes, he will, and it's Wolfie who benefits yet again. Rongyu overextends in the mid lane for a second time. I don't even know if you call that overextension. He's by his tier 1 tower, so it's maybe a better collapse from Obey. But it's Wolfie nonetheless on the Raijin who strikes for first blood, who is able to leap away from that one. So this is similar vibes maybe to game number 1, where Sanguine don't want to give up really anything. Now it's Cyno who's being aggressed upon. Cyno has to drop the Sentinel of Zeus, pulled back in by Panatom, but will rather be able to leap away. Panatom snags the Rongyu ultimate, and we'll thank him for it, but inbound elsewhere is dropped down by Shinto, and the Fafnir falls. Sanguine, they've struck back.
Sanguine, although playing a little bit more aggressive, just sprinkling in these dives, they're still playing for the late game.
Panatom has blinked forward, playing for a fight, but will dash out. Ducky's here on the rotation as well. Yarkor just a little bit behind. Chain over, Kepri ultimate down onto Panatom, so that'll save his life for the moment. Yarkor has rotated in onto Wolfie, and Cyno has finally executed the Susanoo. Spin to win on the Beyblade, disengaged for Yarkor, and a 1 for none goes the way of Obey.
You certainly can as a deterrent, but even then, that really won't stop it, as Crit's still going to hit your carries hard.
Cyno has found his way into the backline. Gold Fury peeled off of Wolfie and Wowie, delete Netrioid from the game. Rongyu self-ults, which means there's no displacement there, and it's a double kill for the Obey Hunter. Yarkor's rotated through, Ducky just now reaching that mid lane. King Arthur will try to do some damage here, but it's Panatom looking for the engagement on Wowie in the backline, but Wolfie's found another kill in this fight. Panatom is taken low and ultimately taken down. A 4 for 1, and Obey will turn their eyes to the Fury. Are you playing with fire up to a point, giving Sanguine time to get back into this game? We might have to return to that thought, as inbound has been leapt on, but he will jump away. Obey takes down the Pyromancer, but Yarkor wants a little bit more here for Sanguine. Typhoon knocks up inbound, and he'll go back to Grayscale, but Wowie will turn around this fight and make it a 1 for 1. Obey grabs the Pyromancer, grabs themselves a kill, but it's Sanguine who rotate through and try to find an engage and grab a kill of their own.
That's really going to be the heart of the aggression. It's one of the best ranged engagements in the game, but you can't sleep on Coerce. If he decides to go into this Dragon form, this Primal Fury will fall instantly.
Oh no, Ducky wants some disengage right now, and he doesn't have it. Rongyu, though, has to use the Kepri ultimate onto himself. Wolfie has dropped down the bug, and Obey pull one back for themselves. Airstrike aggressively now from Netrioid. He'll swoop down right behind Wowie. Panatom will find the kill. Suddenly Obey are being dismantled. It's a 1 health Cyno and a 300 HP Wolfie underneath their towers. That's a fight that Sanguine are happy to win.
Obey is completely comfortable just letting the game stagnate.
Sanguine have seemed to have found their footing again when it comes to team fighting. Yarkor will open things up with an ultimate over onto Ducky. This is a bit of a split fight here. A couple members from Sanguine peppered all over the battlefield with Rongyu stunned down. Panatom will find a killing spree and a good Typhoon to knock up some on the back line, with Shinto finding the second. Ducky, he's going to try to sidestep this one, but those are long death timers here, Mifflin. Sanguine have won a big fight. Shinto with the double. We could be looking at a tied-up set. Cyno does not have the ultimate, and with that, maybe not much of a chance. The Titan breaks free from his bindings and will actually end up falling right back down to Sanguine, who have found a way to fight on back in. Obey take a seat. And Sanguine, I kind of said it there prior to that final team fight, it feels like they've regained their footing. Not that they ever lost it.
Well, here is the decider. Can Obey get that first set victory in game number 3?
Shinto is still here, but will use the mobility to get away. That's some good damage from Cyno. Panatom pulls him back through. Could Wolfie find first blood for the 3rd time? No, because Rongyu is awaiting in the wings with the revive. So the Kepri pick already paying off.
Obey finding their new style, maybe just a poor matchup in this first week with Cyno, sure. But right now, either team could definitely take a dub. Wowie getting a small engagement against Netrioid. Cyno's already there.
Cyno is here, but Jingwei plenty safe. Slightly early on the dive back down, but Netrioid doesn't have the leap away, and Cyno is rotated for first blood. We asked for some fireworks in the long lane, and Cyno has made it happen. Obey Alliance for the 3rd game in a row have struck first.
That's all Wowie. Wowie put Netrioid down, and he made sure that the ultimate was no longer available. Once that's down, that's where the gank potential is.
Oh, and Wolfie will take to the Taiko drums. First blood, second blood is just as good for Wolfie there in the mid lane. Apple connects over onto inbound, and Panatom will finish off that kill. Wolfie may be looking for a little bit more, but you have to be careful when Shinto is still in range. That's a 1-for-1 engagement. Panatom snags one for for Sanguine rather, and it's Wolfie who gets the second of the game for Obey and the first for himself.
Panatom goes in,
Right.
catches the lazy back, puts Wolfie back into the dirt. Wowie on the chase, doesn't have the ultimate available, so Panatom's gonna make it out alive. This guy is crazy!
From what we've seen, where Sanguine, despite having lost First Blood a couple games in a row, have always kind of had this lead when it comes to out-farming, outplaying, Obey, maybe in some of the micro game. Here's the Gold Fury, started up though, Panatom is in, but he's immediately stunned down. Khepri ultimate will pull him back out, and that'll open the door for Obey to maybe continue on this Gold Fury. It's taken low, but is actually reset now. Cyno has used Sentinel of Zeus. Yarkor wants a little bit more in this fight. He's getting real deep into the backline onto Cyno. He goes. It's Ducky into the World Serpent. Maybe keeping this fight going. This is a split engagement here, Mifflin. Ducky, I think, is just going to fully disengage, and it's Sanguine who have now started up and might just finish off this Fury. Some of these small side engagements early in the game.
It seems like Sanguine really identifies that early aggression
There you
has
go.
been their weakness, and now they blink in on the mid tower.
It's Wolfie who thunder crashes away. Cyno has now maybe found a side engagement with Panatom. Netroid lurking off to the side. The collapses in from Sanguine with Obey right on Sanguine's tails. This is a big 1v1 here. Panatom has to use the Typhoon and will catch the Wrong You ultimate to win that engagement, and it's Netroid who ends up getting the kill. The 4 members from Obey were far back enough that they can stay alive, and Cyno bites off just a little bit too much.
And Pyromancer already started up 50% by the Sanguine. Bobby's really the only one in range. Wolfie a little bit further behind. Finds the hammer over the wall.
Good stun. We've seen Fafnir steal away some objectives already this season. Inbound won't get the chance as Sanguine have disengaged, but the apple connects, and Shinto will find the fourth kill of the game for Sanguine. First for himself there in the mid lane.
Doesn't have quite enough of a lead that they feel like they are forced into forcing engagements, and Obey not so far down that they feel like they need to make heroic plays. Defending this Primal Fury should be a prerogative.
Cyno will steal it away. Primal Fury taken down 99% by Sanguine, but it's that final 1% that's important, and Cyno will pull a little bit back here for Obey. As Cyno takes away the Primal Fury, it's Pyromancer plugged away just a touch by Yarkor here, but won't result in much else. There's a bit of a King Arthur engagement we figured we might see once or twice. Wowie slinging plenty of shots into Yarkor's back as he spins away. Ducky will World Serpent his way through and finds 3 men on the back end of it. A great start to this fight for Obey, but Ducky has no more defensive abilities, and Yarkor will turn around on the stun and get the kill. Wolfie Thunder crashes through, but talk about that res. That's gotta be frustrating for Obey. You find a great engagement, but you're the only one who loses a member.
Sanguine gonna go ahead and try and keep their pressure rolling. Group up around the Fire Giant.
Shinto and Panatom will look to continue their killing ways. Another massive engagement, but this time it's Cyno that will knock up a few from Sanguine. Thunder Crash defensively from Wolfie, but a kill has been found elsewhere on the map. It's Panatom who's on the run. Netroid snags the res and will be popped by Ducky. Underneath the tier 2 tower they go. Yarkor will find a nice double stun onto Inbound and Wowie, and he's going to Beyblade his way through, but it won't be enough to save his life. Wowie will put Yarkor down. Wolfie has fallen in the meantime. Netroid nearly does as well. Obey Alliance, they found themselves a small win, but it's a win nonetheless.
And it's Sanguine's favorite Fury ever. They love this one, so you know they're not going to let Obey to just run away with it. It's the only way to open up the map. If Sanguine take it, you can expect that those tier 1 towers are going to go down, and then use that time while Obey have to defend to look to aggress onto the Fire Giant. If Obey take it, they could do the same.
Oni Fury started up. Panatom is engaged, but he's deleted by Wolfie and Wowie. Netroid taken low, catches the res thanks to Wrong You. Ducky wants to keep this chase going. Netroid is pulled back into the awaiting arms of his support. 1 kill onto Panatom. Big loss here for Sanguine. 3-0-3 up to that point. Yarkor still on the chase. Onto Ducky. Oni Fury taken down in the meantime. And that's Wowie and Wolfie who were able to complete the objective. Massive fight and a big turnaround here from Obey to pull back that gold lead. Unfortunately, though, Ducky may end up falling to sacrifice at the end.
Obey, go ahead and take out that low tier 1 tower in mid. No longer a bastion of safety for Sanguine. Gonna make it a little bit easier to take the fight.
Watch out, Yarkor, though, has tried to take a fight onto Wolfie, who will disengage. Ducky, aggressive World Serpent. One more time, Yarkor is stunned and is catching too much damage from Wowie off to the side. Panatom, big 2-man knock up onto the side, but Wolfie will put him right back down. Yarkor and Netroid both back beneath their tier 2 tower. Shinto will find the kill, but he's got to pay for it with his life. It's a 1-for-2 trade. Obey Alliance slightly better off. 2 members TKO'd from Sanguine, and they might turn their eyes towards the Fire Giant.
We're going to run directly at Shinto. Now, it's just Yarkor diving the backline as the rest of the team is trying to peel off Obey's dive, and it just works out in favor of Obey.
Yarkor close by. Fire Giant very low here, but stopped off. Wrong U is taken quite low, but Yarkor will look to turn it around. Wow, he is absolutely swinging here, but the Fire Giant is as well. Inbound with the assist of the FG will lose to Yarkor here. Wowie will turn around the damage, and it's a double kill for the Hachiman. No FG, but a couple more kills for Obey. They do lose one in the meantime, but Obey are going to extend that gold lead to about 2K.
10 seconds on Bobby's spawn means that he's going to get there before Yarkor does as well.
Yep.
Obey going to go ahead and use that time to pull the Fire Giant.
And Yarkor does not have teleport either, so he's going to have to walk all the way back. Fire Giant pulled, but instead it's World Serpent. He's ducking down onto Netrioid, but you don't need the final tick when Wolfie has the damage. Panatom will have to use the Aegis to try to stay alive. Rather, he'll stay immune just for a moment to the knockup. Oh, double kill for Wolfie. And Obey continue to find themselves picks. This has got to be an FG call. And this might be the set for Obey to lose. This is so in their control.
And despite being on incredibly safe, incredibly highly mobile picks, Obey match it with Ducky's dive.
This could be it for Obey. Shinto has to throw out the apple, and Inbound is tanking up the Phoenix. Ducky beneath this right side Phoenix will plug down some damage onto the back line. Wrong U taken very low. Inbound is as well. Yarkor spinning through, but a good stun will turn around the damage onto himself. Shell popped. Both actives from Wrong U have been used. And a great disengage from Obey to maybe retake this Phoenix line assault in just a minute.
No relics available for Kepri. Ultimate still online for 3 members of Sanguine. Obey going to regroup themselves, use some of that passive Fire Giant healing, and re-engage. Cyno's the first one in.
Massive gauge on. Aggressing on the front line of Obey as Inbound is stunned down, taken low, but look at the damage from Wolfie. He's turned it around, and the King Arthur has been put in the dirt. 60 seconds left on that timer as Obey turn their eyes to the mid lane.
Obey knows that they can push out the left side uncontested. They're not there in time. If Obey moves in quickly, and they can with Coerce, this Phoenix might just fall.
Might have all 3 Phoenixes down here for Sanguine. Ducky deep in the front line. This could be Obey's moment. Inbound seems to agree. Wolfie will pop the Taiko drums. Potentially a bit premature there. But it's a mid lane Phoenix that is left standing here. 1 minute and 50 seconds left on the Fire Giant. Smart play from Obey. Let's not bite off too much. Maybe cycle back and grab ourselves a Fury.
Just splitting Sanguine thin on these team fights. Obey have been able to open up the map, open up these objectives. This is a different team. Wrongyu so far forward.
And Cyno will jump in to try to find the engagement here. Wrong U is trying to retreat back to his team. This is maybe the fight that Obey have been looking for. Cyno will put down Wrong U into the back line, goes Panatom, but the peel is there. It's a double kill from Cyno. It's a split on the carries from Sanguine. Yarkor will fall. It may have happened, Mifflin. 3 members are dead for Obey. Sanguine, they may have lost at Obey. It looks like they found their first win in the SPL.
First win against Sanguine? Unthinkable for Obey, but now Netrioid falls as well. Frenzy is popped. Titan falls. Obey take it 2-1 over... I can't believe it. I literally cannot believe it. That's... Cyno, sure? This is your first day in the SPL, buddy. Slow down.